Welcome back to Creeper World 3 Arc Eternal, Shade of Dead style. I am Shade of Dead, and we're still going through the story missions. We're in the second sector, star sector, I guess star system, and we have to go to Telos first. Let's get it going. Now, again, if you're looking for extremely high level gameplay, it's been a while since I've played Creeper World 3, although I played a lot of it, but I don't know how fast I can get this done. I'll try. I'm better at this than I am Particle Fleet, I think. So, Telos, this is a world that has been silent for over 100,000 Earth standard years. Well, now, hold on. Just hold the phone. I thought she said it had been, well, I guess 100,000 is aeons. Wait, no, she said he was asleep for like 5 billion years. But not necessarily that the last civilization was 5 billion years ago. Okay, alright, fine. Well, this is like a castle, dude. This is totally a castle. Been silent for over 100,000 Earth standard years. Leah, do you have any additional information about why I was brought to this time? It seems as if the Creeper has destroyed everything we ever worked to save. I only have the star map we are following. If more information is available, it is locked away and inaccessible in my gel circuits. Perhaps this is my punishment. Perhaps I died many years ago. Could this be the mythological cursed realm of Helheim my ancestors believed in? Impossible. Scars. There's a reactor tech artifact on this world. Pick that up as soon as possible. We can use it to generate energy in confined regions. So, how do I... Alright, so like the collectors, they need space around them. If you overlap, it doesn't... Like, they don't both use that room. So you won't get... You know, if I put two collectors next to each other, they're not going to make much power. They're not going to make very much more than having just one there. So you want to you have to have them spread out. So if I don't have a lot of room to spread out, and of course the collectors don't work on land that is a different height than they are. So this is level 5. Again, here's the height. This is level 5. This is level 8. This is level 10. So putting one here, first of all, it's not going to collect off of this. And I think it even has a line of sight type deal here. Yeah, see, it does a line of sight. So it can't even get anything behind that. So, yeah. Yeah, orbital. Command. Node. Drop you there. He won't start collecting that right away because reasons. 2, 3, 4. Let's bring that down here. So you kind of want to spread these out as much as possible. That's what you want for these particular things. Oh wait, what else is she going to say? I see there's also a shield key here. I'll destroy the 3 emitters and collect that key. I'm pretty sure that's my goal, as I have to destroy all the emitters and get the key. So we'll have to do that. Collect the reactor tech. Yes, I'm quite aware. Thank you. And we got to build around this stuff here. And this side's going to be weirded. This side's going to be weird. Alright. Oh, nope, 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 not that. Take that one off too. Alright. Don't want to use too much power. We want to get this built. I really shouldn't be building 2 at once right at the beginning. You really can't afford it. But now we're kind of getting to that point where this should be fine. And I got to put one in here. It won't collect this until I build something here. So now we're making power. Now we're cooking with grease. I know it's gas. Just be quiet. Let's get those built out. Let's get some weapons put down. Oh, not an olifier. Dang it. Cannons. Let's give me about three cannons for the moment. We'll build a couple of these reactors. They make quite a bit of power. So right now I'm making 4.1. I don't know. You can rewind. I forget how much. I think it's like 1.1 or 0.8 or I don't remember what it is per each one of these. It's not 1.1. It's maybe like half or something. I don't know. But each one of these only collects so much power, and there is a little bit of overlap on them, but it's like kind of necessary overlap if you want to coat a whole area with collectors and get as much power as possible. So we're going to go ahead and build a reactor. This is going to hurt my energy quite a bit because I'm going to be doing all this construction. But once this finally gets completed, it makes like 3 energy? 1.5 energy? I don't remember. It's been a while. I sort of remember build order on how to do this effectively. They are expensive. They take a long time to build. But once you do get some of these built, they really do pay for themselves. Boom. Alright, so it does 0.5 for now. You can upgrade that some later. Let's get some of that built. Alright, I'm just sitting around here. Ruji, and yeah, and blah, and jibbity, and skip it up, and 1, and 2, and 3. And hopefully we can keep the creeper from destroying my blueprints. If the creeper touches the blueprints, they just automatically die. Collectors and relays die immediately anyway. So I'm kind of I'm not doing well on this. I don't think this is how I'm supposed to be doing it, but we're going to do it this way. 2 of those. That's weird. Alright. Well, no, I guess that makes sense. So these guys are just kind of holding the creeper back for now. And that will work for a time. I think that if I waited long enough... See, what happens is, because it's all thick, because the creeper's thick, it'll build up and pile up and, you know, away from you, away from where you're shooting with like cannons or whatever. It'll just keep getting thicker and thicker, which makes it push more and more towards you, and eventually it'll just overtake you if you just sit here and do nothing but this. You know, it seems like right now I can hold them off forever. I can't, though. It won't work. Eventually it would flow back over us and destroy us all. And I probably built 1 too many, except that 1's almost done, so we'll get a little bit more power going here. There we go. Now we're good. It's turning white again. So again, the connectors, when they turn red, it means you're low on energy. You need to maybe slow down your construction in some way, shape, or form. We're gonna build just dragging across here. We'll build 4 of these, which is gonna turn me red again, but I'm okay with it at the moment. And let's get rid of 1 of them. And these I can prioritize. Alright, so this is the thing about Particle Fleet that seems different. Maybe I'm wrong, but it seems in Particle Fleet, if I change the lathe to say shoot enemy mines, it's not shoot enemy mines first. It means it'll only lathe enemy mines. It will ignore everything else. Even if it's sitting right next to an emitter, it'll just sit there and do nothing. These, there are other things here, and I can prioritize what they shoot at. You don't really need to do that with nullifiers, because nullifiers just blast everything in range. If there's 7 things nearby that it can nullify, it will nullify all 7. So that's a thing. That's the thing that happens. Let's get another one building. We'll build 2 at a time here for a while until we have a good power supply. Let's see. The trick is you want to hit this level of red, but not quite, like just barely touch the red level. You want it to be going down on this game. I'm not good at this on Particle Fleet yet. I just haven't grasped exactly how to do it yet. But you want your energy level not getting full. This is pretty ideal. Maybe spending a little bit more energy would even be better. Let's build 3 more. This is probably way more than I need. I know there are people that are way better at this than me, so it'll be okay though. Now I'm in the negative. It's okay though. It's not that big a deal. It really isn't. The thing is, like, once those guns get completed and then we start arming them, like, my power usage will go back up. Just screw it. Just throw down 2. But this is how you can get lots of energy. These reactors are key to getting lots of energy. Collectors are early game energy usually. Sometimes though, you don't have enough room, especially on some of the custom maps. You don't have enough room to throw down collectors, really. You just need to put down these. You know, maybe 1 or 2 collectors. And then... oh. And you here. And I'll put you over here just to help. You make sure that hole gets filled. And we should be fine here. And we'll just kind of leapfrog forward. This is a pretty standard advancement on this. I think that there are better techniques. I'm just kind of playing it safe at the moment. And then you leapfrog forward, and you leapfrog forward. And then we should be close enough for sure to drop a nullifier right there. Once I kind of push this creeper back. But you see how it's piling up here? This is what I'm talking about. It'll eventually like get really high here and really push it back down here, and you won't be able to hold it back. So you can't just kind of sit on your laurels and turtle up too much. You can a little bit, but you'll eventually reach a point where that's not going to be possible. I think that should be okay. I'm going to go ahead and move you up here and you up here. I'll put you back in the middle. Yep, it destroyed my nullifier. Because I moved those guys. They were helping keep this creeper back. Now I've lowered the level up here, but it's still pretty high. You can see it going down if you look at the map, or the height level. You can see how it's getting thinner. If it gets thin enough, it actually starts to evaporate. So that's something to keep in mind too. You kind of want to make it evaporate if you can. I think these 2 are weaker. I might be wrong, but I think they're weaker. I kind of need to leave him there for just a moment. I don't think that's going to work. Yeah, I didn't think that would work. Get that nullifier going. You can leapfrog forward. Say to there. That might get you killed. I don't know. We'll see. Nullifier's charging. Firing. Now we will build a relay up here. Connect. And you can just cop down on that for a second. We'll clean up the rest of this creeper around here real quick. With the power zone. Alright, we got the shield key. Now we need to do some more advancing. You come over here. And we'll speed up time here a little bit. Alright, so that's good. I don't really need to worry about that now. You come over here. I guess you fine. And you, I guess, go there. And we will build a nullifier in between here. We'll wait for him to land. If the creeper even touches this blueprint, it'll be destroyed. And it... there we go. That's fine. And then something you can do. So anything I build here is going to be better. Anything I build on a power zone is going to be better. If I put a collector there, you know, here's normal collector range. There's power zone collector range. If I put a reactor there, instead of it doing like 0.5 or whatever, it's going to do like, I don't remember what it is, 3, I think it is. It's a lot. It makes a big difference. We'll go ahead and build a reactor there just to see. Right now we're at plus 9.1. That's not going to increase until that reactor gets built. So we will see just how much of a change we get. We're already nullifying here. I just need to kind of leapfrog forward a little bit. You need to come up and help. Am I close enough? How close do I need to be? That close. That should work. Honestly. You're not even doing anything. So I can bring you up here just to make sure. And we've cleaned out that one. We're going to get this guy here too. But alright, so it went from 9.1 to 13. So it's 4. Alright, so it gives you 4 energy instead of half an energy. Or energy point. So, big difference. This is worth 8. You know, if I put one of these guys on there, I mean, he's worth probably 8 cannons too. With the range that he can cover, the area he can cover, all that kind of stuff. So, and there we go. Claim victory. Sure, I'll submit it. It's not great. I'm not going to even be in the top 250 people, I guess. See, I told you I'm not doing great. Wow, I'm way down the list. Really? Yeah, I'm way down the list. That's alright. I'm just kind of playing through for fun. Let's see. Far York's our next target. We've cleared Telos. It puts the green around it to say cleared. And now we're going to go to Far York. And we're going to get... here at the beginning, actually for most of the game, you're going to find something new on each planet that you can collect and use. So, expect something new in almost every level. And that's actually pretty cool. So here we are, Far York. I know this place. You no doubt remember one epoch of this world. Far York was a mighty world and served as a center of commerce for 13 different civilizations. It's nothing but cratered ruins now. Toward the end of its final occupation, the surviving humans scorched the planet with orbital mass drivers. It was an effort to... I suppose it doesn't matter now. Scanners show a mortar tech artifact on this world. That should prove very useful against the emitters in the craters. Why isn't the ship already equipped with this weapon technology? It once was, but many things happened over the course of billions of years. This ship isn't the original. I've had to reconstruct and rebuild it many times. Each reconstruction was performed carefully and slowly so as not to be discovered. I'll ask more about that later. For now, let's take out these emitters and pick up that shield key. Oh, pause. I need to have a pause on start. I don't like that. Alright, so collectors. We're going to go with collectors out here. Now, this is a world that you can do almost all collectors because there's just so much open land here. There really is. Alright, let's land. Let's start building. I don't want to overdo my energy usage. You know, people talking like, oh, well, if you play Creeper World, you shouldn't be, you know how important it is not to overextend your energy, especially in the beginning. I don't think it's as much of a problem in Particle Fleet, as long as you just don't go nuts and try to build every ship all at the same time. Like, I don't know. It feels different, honestly. So, alright, get down here. There. Let's go here and here. If you let it expand some, we got the mortar. Mortars fire shells that damage deep creeper. Mortars do not require line of sight. Okay. What this means is, when I shoot a mortar, it doesn't need line of sight because it's going to mortar the shell. It's going to shoot it up in the air and drop it back down on them. So it doesn't matter if there's a huge wall here. This is like a level 1 height and this part is level 10 and this is level 1. It will lob the shell over the top. So we want to get these guys down here because then they can help trap this stuff in this area. You build there, and then we need to get some collectors going down this way. And really, it would be smart of me to build around here. Now, somebody made an extraordinarily rude comment about pausing all the time in this game and how it was annoying. Man, if you've never played a Creeper World game, that's kind of how you play it. It's how you play it. It's how you play Baldur's Gate. You pause a lot. If you want to do really well at it, you want to actually have an easier time at it, you want to play with the pause button. That's just kind of the way it is. So we're going to use mortars here. I'll probably build another one. Now, we're in the red. Don't panic. Maybe a little bit too much, but it's going to get better quickly. We're going to get lots of power here as we build these collectors. And like I said, I probably won't even build a single reactor on this mission because we have all this range. They're talking about the terrain meter, which I've already talked about. It gives you the different heights. So you can see that this is a big deep hole down to level 1. And then up here we're on, what, level 5. Speed it up just a little bit for a while. Okay. Well, that guy was too close to the creeper. I didn't get him built fast enough. Alright, so we're firing. You can see this guy. He shot this shell up. It spins out here. Boom. And when it hits... Alright, so I got my mouse over where it hit. There's no creeper there. So it basically destroys all the creeper from top to bottom in kind of a radius wherever it strikes. This is important. This is how you keep the creeper from piling up and overwhelming you. So I talked about like how the cannons are like shooting at it, but it'll eventually pile up behind where the cannons are shooting, and it'll just slowly, it'll just tidal wave over the top of you and crush you beneath it. So something to keep in mind. Alright, we're shooting. Let's get down here. The closer we can get and the deeper the creeper is, so the thicker the creeper is where these shells land, the more effective mortars are. So getting them on the front lines is really kind of where you want them. They're no good against anything close to them, and their AI is such that they fire at the deepest concentration of creeper that they can reach. So in most cases, if one of these nodes is or emitters is in range, it will lob it directly on top of the emitter all the time because of how the creepers generate it. It creates in a big pile on top of the emitter and then flows out. Big pile, flows out. So it's almost always going to be shooting at the emitter, which is fine. That works. All right, get this guy armed, and let's consider doing maybe some relays to him. I don't know. It just seems like a waste to have to go all the way down and around. We can even throw down maybe a few more collectors just to have some more power. We'll just kind of fill in some of these spots. I don't know that it's necessary, but I guess it won't hurt. Whatever. Boom, 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 boom. So we're going to hit these guys from both sides eventually, once this gets up here. But because he's hammering down into the inside of as deep as he can, it's keeping it from piling up enough. You can see already here it's spilling back into the hole because I've damaged it so much. I've taken away so much of the pile of creeper that it's going to go back down in the hole. But it's going to try to, again, pile up behind it. So we're going to get behind it here and again here to keep that from happening. And now I've got complete control of the map. I actually could sit here with these mortars forever. Once all 6 of these mortars are built, that's really all I need. I can sit here forever. And the creeper would never get me. I'd never win, but the creeper would never get me. So to win, we are going to need some cannons. Let's build like 3 or 4. Let's build 4. And then I need to connect them because I didn't. These 2 aren't going to build because they're not connected. But that's fine. We'll get some more power. See, I've got plenty of power. Now, I have more than what we used last time. I had 9.1 for most of that mission until I built on top of that power zone. So, there you go. Okay, so we got to bring you down. I'm going to bring you down. And I may just use collectors to connect instead of getting relays built here. I don't think I need anything more than that. Alright. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and move you down. I'm going going to move you down. And now they can really hit the deep creeper. And now it's basically not a challenge. Once we kind of knock some of this down in the back there. Alright, perfect. Now we got it. That one's dead. Alright, you come up here. That's pretty close to what I want. Collector here. And again, we're just going to hammer it down into the deepest part we can reach. And it's going to keep it out. See, it's all flowing back into this hole. We're pretty much safe at this point. Now it's just a matter of destroying the thing. So, nullifier here. Alright, structure, collector. We'll throw one right there. That'll be fine. That one's building. I don't really need to worry about this. You can see it's kind of just evaporating. It'll do that. So if it gets too low and it's not really getting resupplied, I'm not sure exactly what the coding is behind it, but if it gets too low and it's not being resupplied, it will just evaporate. So I don't know, move up here, I guess. Why not? There, that's a good spot for you too. And you're not doing anything because you've run out of anything in your range. You've cleaned it out enough. And then with these guns, and now we're going to get the nullifier built. I'm going to build a reactor there because leaving a power zone and doing nothing with it just seems like a waste. So let's do a collector here. And then where do I need to put the nullifier? There? That'll work. Will that work? No. It would, except I put that in a bad spot. So let's put a collector here, and then we'll put the nullifier. There we go. Perfect. Alright. Move down here. Just kind of move them one at a time. These guys will mop this up fairly quickly. Yeah. Got the nullifier being built. Speed up time. And then we can do, like, I need a collector, need another collector, and then we can have the key. Star Sync shield being collected. Claim victory. Did it. Not the best time. Somebody somehow did it in 12 seconds. I don't think so. I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think you did 12 seconds. You can't build. I don't even think you can build a nullifier in 12 seconds. So, like I said, some people have used cheat engine, from what I understand, to do it. I often tried to figure out how they did it, but there literally is no way. I don't think you can build a nullifier, power it, and have it go off within 12 seconds with what you would be capable of building in that 12 seconds. So, I don't know. Star Sync. Let's do this one too. Why not? And then that'll be an episode. So some of these later ones are going to get really difficult. This is an early one. We're going to get 2 techs here. Last, we have access to the inhibitor in the system. Boom. Unfortunately, this world is a disaster. We've got cracks. We got cracks in space. What happened here? It appears terrible weapons were used that ripped the world apart. As you are seeing, humanity went to every extreme in its fight with the creeper. The nightmare these people must have experienced, unimaginable. I'm not sure what approach would be best here, Scars. Wait, I detect 2 tech artifacts. Excellent. I see them on the scanners. Ore miner and sprayer? Yes, build ore mines on those ore deposits you see. Bloop, 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 bloop. They will send ore to the command node. From there, it will be processed into anti-creeper. Ah yes, anti-creeper. It was my daughter Aaliyah. It was my daughter Aliana who unlocked the secrets of anti-creeper long ago. I assume the sprayer will deliver anti-creeper to the battlefield. Temporary offline, gel maintenance in progress. Or process. Maintenance? No? Looks like some things have not changed in 5 billion years. I'll get right to work on taking out this inhibitor while you perform maintenance on your gel circuits. What's going on? Note, if necessary, you may move the map with your arrow keys. Or WASD. I use WASD. Yeah, can you go away now? Oh, it's going. I forgot. Annoying. Alright, collector. 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 Let's get building. So you see I'm already in the red, but that's just because I have to be to get started, but you don't want to make it too much in the red while you're doing this. So there's that one. When you're starting, you don't want to be too much in the red. We'll get some power set up here with the collectors, and we'll build some more mines pretty quickly here. Let's put one up here. It's a good spot. Right in here would be great if you connect to another. Blah. Alright, we'll do this, then we'll do that, and then I guess we'll do that. This would be good. Perfect. And there would be a good one. And we'll just do this ledge first, and then structures. We got the ore mine. Alright, so it lets us extract ore from the deposits. Let's let some of our energy build first before I get too crazy. Now we're good. Boom, boom, boom. These are fairly cheap to build. Once you build them, that's pretty much it. You don't really spend anything more on them. I don't even think you have to power them after they're built. They must draw their power by processing the ore that they mine. Makes sense to me. And now we have, yeah. And then we have weapons. Now we have the sprayer, the mortar, and the cannon. The issues are going to be, these three guys are actually connected to us. So they're going to try to push through here. So what we are going to do is relay our way out to here. And we're going to just put a cannon right here. Boom. That'll be fine. We're going to want a cannon like right there. And this one's a little bit more annoying. I don't think I can get a cannon there, but because the ground's uneven, it's slightly more annoying. But there's this island here, actually. Let me see what I can do. Let's get our relays built out this direction. And then let's get something here. And you know what? I kind of want to do that. There, that's good. That looks pretty good. We'll see what we can do here very soon. And then we're going to have to just destroy some of these. Again, all I have to do is destroy this. I don't have to destroy all these. And honestly, like, there's no point. There's no reason for me to destroy these guys in the back. Unless I just want the power zones. Unless I just need the power zones. So, I don't think I need the power zones right now. We're at what, 7.9 on energy. Let's throw one on here. Let's throw one here. You can kind of see where the holes are in your collector system as they get built, so you know where to put more collectors. Now, the struggle you run into at this point is my network has become so large that anything I put down is basically going to be able to be built immediately, so it's going to try to build it immediately. And so that now we're going to send lots of power out. That's pretty good. That's about as good as I can get. Alright, remember you only need to destroy the inhibitor to secure this world. Yes, I know. So right now the ore mines are sending these blocks of ore, and I can't zoom in any farther, but if you watch the Particle Fleet story missions, you may remember the, without spoiling too much, the ore ships that flew out to the ore and picked it up and flew back, right? That's the exact same graphic. That one right there, that's the exact same graphic as what we get from these ore mines. The little block that they pick up. And then we're going to build a couple sprayers. Why? Because I think we can get away with it. Now these guys are going to basically hold this back for a while, but not forever. So we don't want to screw around too long. We're going to get right in here. We can nullify that guy. Can I get both of them? No, but I can build one for each. There we go. Get those taken out. And he'll just kind of do his thing right here. It would eventually, again, pile way up. This is getting way full. Look at down at the look down here. We're at level 1 and it's stacking clear up to the sky. That one's clear up to the sky. And it will level out. So this is something we're gonna have to clear out. How do we do that? How do we get rid of this super thick creeper? Use mortars. Which, all right, we'll go ahead and build a couple. And I'll show you something that, honestly, here in just a second. All right, you guys are full. Now, these have some options on them. You can enable an anti-creeper collection field, which means that if there's creeper nearby or anti-creeper nearby, it will suck it back up into itself. So it kind of has a field around it that pulls the creeper, the anti-creeper, into it. Okay. You can see it's only armed halfway. The bar is only halfway full. That's its standard point. Now, if you use the anti-creeper collection field, it can fill all the way up to 100, 100%, and that's what it'll do. But you can also tell it to dispatch the excess anti-creeper, convert it back into ore, and send it back to the command center to be turned back into anti-creeper. And you can also set it to be always on. So it just, like an emitter, like one of these creeper emitters, it will just continuously spew out anti-creeper basically from below it in the same manner as this. Now when we use these in battle, and I'll go ahead and move him up. I'll go ahead and move you up too. Why not? When we use them in battle, they shoot blobs of anti-creeper that will take care of a lot of our problems here. Let's see if we can get something done here. Boom. I don't think I can reach that guy. I'm already building a mortar. Let's go ahead and get a mortar right there. Now let's get another one right. Yeah. And I want a few more cannons. This is build like... I'm going to build 4. Boom, boom. Alright, so these islands are secure. They're not getting resupplied from anywhere else. These gaps will prevent that. Now, that being said, if the creeper not just gets high enough, but you can see right there, alright, so look here. You see this number? That number is not just how deep it is, but how much creeper is in that spot, how much it's compressed together, I guess. If that number gets big enough, and we're talking, I think it's like 400, 500, it will actually spill out into space and spread that way. So something to keep in mind. You don't run into it much in the story. I don't think you ever run into it in the story at all. But the first thing we want to do is we want to get rid of all of this creeper here. So let's go ahead and get a relay built here. Yeah. And let's build a relay right there. And then we can do that. And we can do that. And we'll get it cleared off these islands. I could even use these as well. But you can see it just shoots these little balls of goo. They're kind of squishy. You see they're squishing. And they just splat into anti-creeper. Now, basically it all has to come from here. So the ore from your ore mines go back to here and it fills up And you can see how much we have. 200 is like the max. And then we're spending it out. So just like the energy, you have your meter. This is what you're gaining. This is what you're spending. And if you run out, you're, you know, hosed. He's going to clean this off real fast. Not even really taking very much damage. All right. Now, next trick that I want to talk about is sometimes you can put these on there and it's big enough that it'll reach. This one would. So let's just go ahead and I'm just going to go ahead and nullify that. And the reason why, I know this one isn't a threat, but the reason why is that here in a second I'm going to throw one of these mortars on that spot, and if there's a bunch of emitter right here, it's going to shoot shots there sometimes. I don't want that. I want them all to shoot over here and hit this island. That's what I want. So let's get relay built down here like that. You can just come right on up here. Let's get me a relay built here. Up air on that. That'll be perfect. You two can come down. Just land next to each other. Thank you. There we go. So now I can do this, and now the range on the nullifier is huge, and it's going to make a big difference. We're already hammering away at this, but you can see sometimes he's shooting at other spots. Like he's shooting over here now for some reason. That it's the deepest place it can reach, and that's what it is. I guess we should go ahead and build a nullifier here. There we go. He'll be done here in a second. Blow that up. And then this guy's going to move. There we go. Alright, now you see how these guys are kind of like capping this? They're able to do more damage to it than it can kind of produce. This is how you handled it in the first Creeper world. You couldn't destroy these, so you just had to put like some cannons around it to shoot at it and cap it, is what it was referred to. You would cap it off so that it became a non-threat. There we go. That one there. And we'll just speed up time and finish this. That one's dead. And that's that. And no, you didn't do it in 10 seconds. Submit score. So there it is. There's that star sector. Basically, that's done. But like, so you want to keep that in mind when you go to these last worlds with the warp inhibitors. All you have to do is destroy the warp inhibitor, and all the enemies die, and you instantly win. So you want to try to shoot for that as a goal. You do that, and you're gonna be doing great. So now we got Navox is our next system. There's 5 planets on this one. Boom. Mojo Jojo, almost Seedit. That sounds like a Pokemon, honestly. Flick and Typlex. So this is where we're going in the next episode. I'm going to go ahead and end it here. It's a little bit longer than I wanted it to be. But I hope you enjoyed it. And we'll get into the story and all that next episode. I'm not going to bother reading it now. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. And I'll see y'all later. Bye.